Surprise! Some of the reality shows you guys are binge watching on the weekend aren't actually real. I hate to break it to you, but don't worry, I have fallen victim to this too. Many people watch reality TV shows because the drama, the prizes, and the people are all supposed to be real. But today on Beyond the Screen, I'm continuing with a part 2 list and exposing reality shows that are actually fake. I'm your host, Joss Bedard. I promise our channel is real. If you don't believe me, come find us on social media. Our links are down below. And hang out with me until the end, because I will respond to some of your comments and run a blooper reel. In the meantime, let's get on with our countdown list. Kicking off today's list, number 10 is American Idol. The nation became hooked on the show when it first came out back in 2002, basically setting the tone for the future of singing competition shows. For years, people have thought and trusted the fact that it truly is a reality show and the process of winning is unstaged and real. But as time went on, shady things started to come to surface and it doesn't seem to be as authentic than when it first aired. It was revealed that the whole audition process that we see on the show is actually fake. Apparently, scouts are sent out to find the best singers before they even hold the auditions. So they select the singers they are going to let through before even seeing them, and then they add some horrible singers in there, obviously for good ratings. Because let's be honest, those are the most entertaining to watch. The entire process is actually staged around what will make the season the most entertaining. Up next, number 9 is Storage Wars. If you haven't seen the show, it follows people who bid on storage lockers that go up for auction without seeing everything inside of it. You get a quick glimpse at what's in it, but then they auction it off to people without actually knowing the value of the items inside. Once the highest bidder gets the locker, they investigate what's inside and you can sell the items within it if it holds value. Basically, the person who makes the most money from their locker wins. It seems genuine and it's really fun to watch, but then we found out that it's not all real. Apparently, the producers place items inside the lockers on purpose for the sake of the episode and outcome, which obviously changes the whole premise of the show because the items in the locker decide how the rest of the episode plays out. I honestly got played on this one. I was convinced it was real. Stealing the number 8 spot on our list is Undercover Boss. This one bums me out because I actually love the premise of the show, especially the happy endings, which apparently are all fake. In the show, the owner of the company will go undercover and work at their own company so they can discover what really goes on in the workplace. For the most part, they learn who is slacking, who is thriving, and what things can be improved in their business. And at the end of every episode, they give the good employees these huge opportunities like school scholarships, vacations for their families, a raise, things like that. But I found out that that is all fake. A lot of aspects of the show are fake and exaggerated. The employees on the show are carefully selected beforehand, and some scenes are even scripted, and the big grand prizes are often not followed through. Cool. I thought it was real this whole time. Genuinely. That's like a genuine statement. Cruising into number 7 is Cupcake Wars. If you're a sucker for baking shows like I am, then you might be disappointed by this. Each episode focuses on 4 contestants from different bakeries all across the United States. We see them go through 3 rounds of competition, baking the best cupcakes they can in order to win the prize of being featured at a big display event. The first round of the competition usually involves ingredients that you would never expect to see in a cupcake, like hamburger meat or something weird like that. And we're told that the contestants are finding all of this out on the spot so that they don't have any time to prepare ahead of time. Turns out that is not true. It was revealed that the contestants actually find out what the ingredients are prior to the filming of the competition. So all the reactions and stress that we find entertaining isn't actually real. They are pretty much acting all of it out. Good acting skills though. Next up at number 6 is Made. The reality series first aired back in 2002 and has a total of 13 seasons. Each episode follows a participant who is embarking on a mission to transform his or her life, achieving one of their lifelong dreams. For example, you often see amateur singers who are trying to make something happen, and by the end of the episode, they accomplish their dreams. Now, I feel like this one should be a little more obvious that it can't be completely real. It was exposed that a lot of the talents are already there, but then they downplay them in the beginning to make the change seem like really drastic, and everything is scripted ahead of time. That way the episode shows this like perfect dream come true storyline, basically giving us false hope that dreams can easily come true. So thanks for that. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Mystery Diners. The series has been aired on the Food Network since 2012 and is a huge hit for food lovers. The premise of the show is the owner of the restaurant contacts the host, Charles Styles, about a problem that he or her is having in their restaurant. Then Charles does a secret investigation and sets up hidden cameras, undercover employees and guests, all to figure out the solution of the problem. Anyways, I just want to say that it was really cool. Some people who watch the show will say that it is scripted and that it's obvious, but other people are fully convinced that every situation is real and genuine. However, the truth has come out and the show is completely scripted. Turns out that some of the restaurant employees are actually actors who audition for the part of the misbehaving employee. That way, when they get fired at the end of the episode, it doesn't actually leave like this aftermath effect on the restaurant, which is actually kind of clever and a little bit genius, but I really fell for it. Taking over our number 4 spot is one of my guilty pleasures. It is Dance Moms. Maybe some of you haven't seen it. It's basically a show about young girls who train at Abby Lee's dance studio and compete in weekly dance competitions all over the world. But what makes it so entertaining, besides the talented dancing, is the crazy dance moms. I guess a large chunk of the show is actually real, the dance training is real, and so are the competitions that we see on the show. That part is all real. But the drama and the epic blowouts between the moms is fake, and there's no arguing with me on it because some of the cast members have come forward and admitted it themselves. Maddie Ziegler's mom, Melissa, once said, "The moms have to fake fight sometimes. Afterward, they just start talking and laughing about it." Stealing the 3rd spot is MTV's The Real World. I have no problem admitting that I have seen all 30 seasons now. The first one came out back in 1992 and I spent my adult years catching up. It's the incredibly successful show that sticks 7 strangers in a house and then just films them every day. Obviously, with different personalities and relationships forming between cast members, there's bound to be some drama. And there is. But apparently it is fake. One member from the 2009 Cancun season came out and exposed the whole show process during an interview. He said that the people were real but had to audition to play a certain role, and that all the events on the show were scripted ahead of time, including some of the fights. And the editing of the show was also toyed with. They would use lines from an early interview and place it later into the season to try and like stir the pot as if you had just said it. Reality is sneaky. In spot number 2 is the series Breaking Amish. It follows a unique storyline of real young men and women who are trying to break free from their Amish culture in hopes to have a different life somewhere else. They actually go to New York City and do everything that they're not normally supposed to, like wearing jeans, using electricity, drinking alcohol, things like that. And normally in the episode we see that their family disowns them if they choose to leave and live a regular life. Religion is such a trigger point in our world right now, so I was actually surprised to learn that the show wasn't genuine. Through interviews with former cast members, it was revealed that the show was scripted and their struggles in the big city weren't actually real. And some of the members on the show had left the Amish community years before they even started filming. They're just a bunch of liars. Finally, at number 1, we have The Amazing Race. Come on, here I was thinking this was totally real. Pretty sure I once tried to convince one of my ex-boyfriends to sign up with me. That is not a joke. The show follows 2 people, usually relatives, spouses, or friends, around the world as they compete challenges along the way, like flight delays, jet lag, basically everything that just comes with traveling. And each week they have the potential of being up for elimination. But critics have pointed out that things look scripted and the elimination weeks are all planned. Because sometimes the host of the show, Phil, announces that it will be a non-elimination week. He admits that the show is planned out long in advance, not like the reality we thought it was. He said, "You can't just make this stuff up as you're going along. It comes with months and months of planning." Well, I'll be damned. And good thing I didn't get my ex and I on that show. How are you guys feeling about this list? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. Show us some love. While you do that, let me respond to some comments from our part 1 video. I Like Ham says, "Reality shows are faked. I'm shocked. I sense your sarcasm, Ham, but I actually had faith in some of these shows, so I'm kind of upset." David K says, "Moral of the story is stop watching reality TV. Watch only top 10 be on the screen. That's not scripted. Hey, show us the people we hear in the background." I mean, I'm cool with this idea, and the person you're probably hearing is producer Chris. He's right there, but you can't see him. Although I'm trying to push for a camera for him, cause he's funny. Say hi.
Hi, David.
There you go. Silver Play says, hashtag Ask Joss. How did you start your career as a host? It looks very fun. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. So basically, long story short, I saw the casting online randomly, and they were hiring actors, so I applied. I auditioned, and here I am. The MM Crew says, I imagine Jocelyn in Hell's Kitchen. Honestly, I'm a really good cook, you guys. Like, I'm not even messing around. I'm a really good cook. Probably not like to Gordon Ramsay, but I'm not bad. Alright guys, that is all I have for you. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also ring the notification bell so you never miss another video, because why would you want to do that? But for now, just enjoy these bloopers. Kicking off today's list, I make my own rules. She went, oh baby, oh she move, I go crazy. Why am I in film? Why do I have this job?